for another share of my challenge using the things that I have in my studio. And this is going to be day 6. Day 6. The story of day 6 is is it's interesting. So I had shared that I was going to use this little tag pad from K and Company, and this one is Bailey. Yeah, Bailey tag pad. And I chose pan pastels because I had not used my pan pastels and I have wanted them forever. I just didn't get around to try them properly. So I decided I wanted to do that today. And yeah, properly. Okay, so let me share with you what happened. These are my pan pastel. This is like one of the towers that I created when I brought them out. Can you see that bottom? I dropped it. I dropped it while I was moving. And of course, I forgot how hard they fell on the floor. And I was trying to open it today to start playing around on my journal. And I couldn't open it. I kept fighting with it and trying to twist it. And since it doesn't have that edge, I kept fighting with it. Finally, it opens up. And guess what? The bottom one is black. And it fell to the floor, so it's all cracked inside. So it's pure dust. It's not compressed pastel like this one. All the top part is loose. So guess what happened? Yeah, black suit. I had black all over my lap, on my legs, because I work with my legs lifted onto the chair, and on the cover that I have for my chair, it was on the floor. What a humongous mess. And I just looked at it. I was like, okay, what do I do? Because I can't get up because it's going to get messier. And I had my journal in front of me to start working on it. And I wanted to start playing with the colors that were going to go with the tags that I had selected. But I was covered in black pastel. Totally loose pastel. So, guess what I did? Yeah, I hope you guessed it. I picked it out of my legs and from my lap and from my dress that I was wearing, and I started spreading it all over my journal as a background because I didn't want to lose all of that. I mean, these things are expensive, and I had not even tried that yet, and here I am throwing it all over my studio. So yeah, I created a huge background for my 2 pages, and my hands were all covered in black. My legs were covered in black. I still had dust all over me, so I couldn't get up. So I'm screaming for my youngest daughter to come in to help me. So Beatrice had to come in, and she started cleaning the floor, and I kept on taking it off from my legs and spreading it onto the pages. It was a huge mess. It was a mess. But out of that humongous oops came a creation. So I decided to just go with it and see what happened. And yeah, so I'll show you what happened. This is what I created with that. So I had a big black background to play with, and those were the tags. This one up here is the first one that I picked, and then I picked another one that's more for journaling. So this one that I selected was actually the inspiration for the colors on the page. So if you see, I don't know if you can see it up close, but it has like ribbons that are cut in like banner style, and they're polka dotted. So I had similar ribbons in my stash of goodies, and I decided to search for those and match them to the colors on the tag. So all I did was that I stamped the word dance with this they're the tiny sets. This one's by Studio G, so this is the one that I used. I love these little sets. Love, love, love these little sets. We can't find them here, but whenever I see them and they're at a good price, I like to get them because I like adding them to different things. So I wrote the word dance, I stamped it out, and I tore some papers from my scrap bin and started gluing them down with gel medium. I had already fixed my pan pastel on the background with a fixative. Onto that, I drew my girl with the pan pastels, but she's kind of, it's kind of ghostly. I don't know if you can see her because it's onto that black background, and I did not want to do any other medium. I didn't want to add acrylics that I had been using. I didn't want to have any color pencils onto that. I just wanted to use my pan pastels and see what came out with that. So that was my challenge to myself. So I made a skirt for her out of those ribbons. She has a skirt drawn in pastels, but then on top of it, I placed the ribbons and I cut them the same way that they're on the tag. And she's dancing. She's twirling and dancing. So what I did was I searched for some quotes online, and on my journaling tag I wrote, dance like nobody's watching, dance to your own music. If you stumble, make it part of the dance, and dance is a conversation between body and soul. So that's what I wrote on the tag. That's what's up there. And I just put some buttons and ribbons on top of the tag and some twine. And then I doodled. I doodled with my black artist pen, the Pitt one, the big brush. Guys, I love this pen. I don't know if you've tried it, but I've bought a couple of different white pens to journal with and to add details with. And this so far is the best one that I've ever tried. It's not cheap. I was super thrilled to be able to get it. I had to get it online because they don't sell them here, or at least I haven't found them here. But I love it, love it, love it, love it. So worth what I spent on it. So my journaling onto this was it says dance through life, and then it goes spin, twirl, smile, to feel free to my own beat, my own song, and it says dance along or with friends, with my love, with my kids. So that's what I wrote onto my art journal, and that's what my page looks like. So that was my creation out of the oops. I even have a typo there. I don't know if you can see that I had interruptions from my kids, and I forgot to add that U. So she's jumping up. So yeah, so that's my entry for my journal for today, day 6, and I am going on to day 7. But for my day 7, I am actually going to start with Christmas themes. So, or with the Christmas theme. I have a huge stack of things that I bought last year. When I started working on things last year for Christmas, I really wanted to make some cards and projects, and I had nothing. I have absolutely nothing for Christmas. I usually don't. I had started buying things for backgrounds and things like that for my stamps and my papers, and I never got like holiday theme things. So last year when I finally was able to buy it online, because we don't have the stores, as you all know, or those of you who know me know that I can't get those things here. I bought them online because I wanted to make some cards to be able to sell at a fair, and by the time they got here I was able to make a few, but not everything that I wanted to like make. So I have a huge box filled with stamps and a huge box with other goodies from friends that sent me, like Jackie sent me a whole bunch of washies and papers, and it was too late for me to do the projects or send anything, so I just saved it for this year. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I can play with now, and that's what I'm gonna attack next. I'm gonna start playing with those beautiful things that I have stashed away, and start getting some things done, because it's getting up to that time, and it's same thing's gonna happen. If I don't start now, I won't have anything done for when I need it. So yeah, I don't have anything picked out yet. I'm probably gonna work with a girl stamp first, just because I love them. So I'll probably make a card first or something, and I'll come back to share it. So hugs and kisses. Thank you so much for your visits and your support.